You still think. Hi guys, how are you? Good to
Hello,
see you
ladies.
this afternoon. I am here with some sisters this evening. But before I get going with what our topic is for today, I want to let you know kind of what the flow will be. And I'm going to have a brief conversation with these ladies, and then I'll be talking to you guys. I'll stay on and talk to you guys about our Motivational Monday speaker and what's going to be occurring. But I did want to pop on. First of all, let me say thank you for everybody that celebrated with me Friday. I truly, 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 truly was blessed by all the beautiful messages, the wishes, just everything you guys did for me and with me. I want to tell you that I super duper truly appreciate you. You guys touched my soul in a way that you have no earthly idea. And I just want to tell you how grateful I am that you took time out of your day to celebrate with me. You took time to write me a message or say something, but I really got to thank this one young lady in the group, Miss Rochelle O'Neill Jones. When I tell you that child brought me to tears, you guys, Rochelle made the most beautiful, and I'm going to post it in the group if she gives me permission, but she made a collage of pictures of me, one of my breast cancer survivorship, and then she got on and she brought me to tears on when she spoke to me about, how the group has been a blessing to her and, how things have just changed for her business, and that touched me. But then to top it off, she really snatched my eyelashes off when she had her niece record a happy birthday song. The child has a beautiful voice, and she sent that song to me, and I'm like, I'm crying all over. And it was so touching. And so I just gotta say thank you to Rochelle. I mean, from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you guys enough for the outpouring of love and support that you have given me in celebrating one, my 56th birthday, and two, years of surviving cancer. And that is a big deal. And that's part of what we're going to talk about today, which is why you see this lovely panel that we have assembled here. And one or two little housekeeping rules. I want to remind you guys that I'll be posting something for the event furniture giveaway in the group. And that the next couple of weeks, our motivational speaker and everything about um, that I'm going to be bringing to the group is going to be about actually encouragement, motivating each other, and how we can do some creative collaborations. But so first of all, I want to introduce Miss Yvette Everett. She is a wonderful friender. I have known her. I have shopped with her. She's done some things for parties for my family members, for other parties. She does beautiful cupcake toppers, all sorts of custom stuff. She's a beast at that. And she is also a part of Party Mavens, a big part. And she's a really, really, really good friend of mine who encouraged me when I was initially even starting this group. So therein lies itself, guys, the spirit of collaboration and how we can all support one another. So I just want to give her the floor for just a little bit because I got a few nasty grams from people. Now, Yvette's wasn't nasty, it was friendly. But I got a few people who said, well, you didn't give me a chance to come on and say what I wanted to say to you on Friday. And so I wanted to open the floor for that. And if anybody else wants to do that, I will post the link in the group to this chat. And as we near the end, I can still bring some additional people in. But Yvette, please go ahead.
Absolutely, Laura. Thank you so much. I just wanted to just extend my gratitude. As you mentioned, just I don't know. I'm just so grateful for you, who you are. As a designer, but also as a person. And I've just watched you just blossom. And when the group shifted, I I joined and I was like, this is just such an awesome platform. And now it's just even more awesome. So I just want to take a moment to thank you from my heart for what you do and how you not only impact us, but how you invest in our in our future. You're always just so giving. You're just such a giver. And I wanted to make sure that I wanted to bring my gift, which I'll be doing after this, to give to you, because you have just so, even ways you don't know, you just encouraged me, because like right now I'm in transition with my business as I relocated to the Dallas, Texas area. Right. And I just didn't know what direction, but just, being a part of the group, just actually enjoying what people bring forth and just your encouragement. So I just wanted to take a moment to say, I'm so thankful for you. I'm so grateful for you. And I did want to wish you the happiest birthday and many more.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming. Now I'm gonna try to keep my lashes on today. Okay, so I don't. I'm so mushy, y'all, and I don't know if I've always been this way. I think it's so much worse, post survivorship. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just think it is because you just feel so free, like things are finite, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have a limited amount of time, so you just get free and do what you want to do and go about living. But you have touched me, and I thank you. And like from the bottom of my heart, how you encouraged me, how you instructed me, and I believe in giving people their flowers while they live. And I don't try to hide anything like I did all of anything because I'm not capable of all of anything alone. You know what I'm saying? And I ask you, you gave me information, you supported me, and I dearly do appreciate that. So you have a seed planted in this group forever because if it weren't for you, we probably wouldn't be here today.
Well, I definitely don't want to take any credit for that, but just like you, I like to extend my gifts, and I don't withhold anything. If you ask a question, and if I have the answer, I want to make sure you have it. If I don't have it and I can get it, I want to make sure you have it. So
Well,
again, I just want to thank you, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the stream. I'm going to be part of the group now and leave you
okay.
ladies to do your thing. Again,
All
happy
right.
birthday.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bye
Absolutely.
bye. So now, ladies and gentlemen of Event Professionals Marketplace, the topic for our conversation today, before I introduce the Motivational Monday speaker, is what is your excuse? And this pertains to, well, I'm going to go in two directions. The first thing is our businesses as we're trying to grow, and we typically get tired, we get stressed, but in the wake of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death, um, it was placed on my heart to have this conversation with cancer survivors. So on my panel today, I have Ms. Suche Fons, who many of you may know or may not know is a breast cancer survivor as well. Sue has Opulent Soiree, a group here on Facebook as well. And then my second guest, this is a surprise for y'all because y'all don't know this with this lovely lady right here in the middle, fixing her hair, wanting to make sure she has fashion forward. This is Monica Dennis Griffin. This is my blood sister. Same mom, same daddy. That one. That's my sister. And I know I have to say that because I say, oh, this is my sister in design. I have so many, but this is my sister. So many of you may not know that my sister and I both have battled breast cancer, and we are survivor sisters. We are pink sisters, and we are blood sisters. And so that's what we want to kind of talk about today is what is your excuse? Because Ruth Bader Ginsburg, 87 years old, okay? Fought until 2 weeks or so before her death, worked up until that time, never had any excuses, and accomplished so many things, even as she battled this disease, you know? And I wake up so many days and I say, y'all, I'm tired. Oh, I need a break. Oh, it was a bad week. And I just want to have a little bit of accountability tonight with us about our businesses and growing our businesses and putting all into it and knowing that if we're going to be entrepreneurs, there are times that we're going to be tired. But bigger than that, I want to talk about breast cancer as we're coming up on October. Well, cancer, period, but definitely breast cancer, focus on that. I wanted you guys to hear three different perspectives because everybody represented here had a different diagnosis. Okay, same breast cancer diagnosis, but mine was different from my sister's in that mine was HER2 positive. I had a different protein than she did. She was HER2 negative. So our treatments were different. Something different than I got. And Sue's was different. My support system was different. Some people are single mothers. Some people have husbands. Some people have small children. I think God had grown children. And I mean, some of the trials and tribulations that my sister faced, I didn't face. And I thought that I was so brave and everything that I had endured until my sister went through. And some of the things that she, like, God is someone to know if I could have done it. And I have to say that I've said it to her before But I want everybody to be able to kind of give you guys that perspective because we want to encourage you guys to get your breast cancer checks. We want to encourage you to do self checks each and every month. We want to encourage you to do mammograms. Y'all, this, I mean, I
Okay.
want to say it doesn't have to be, but only God knows, what a person's destiny is. But you got to stay on top of it and you got to catch it soon. Because if you don't catch it soon, it could cost you your life. And I don't want that for any of you guys. So it is important for me to have this platform and use this platform the way God directs me to use it. And this particular morning, He says somebody needs to know about it and hear about it. And so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to begin with Monica. And I want you just to tell me a little bit about your diagnosis and your journey, what your treatment plan was, and that sort of thing.
Okay. Well, once again, I'm Monica Dennis Griffin. Um, when I was diagnosed, I believe I was 46, 47. Um, I was diagnosed with breast cancer at a stage 3. I was told 3.5. I'm not really sure what the point 5 is. I do know that at that point, when I had my first scans, they did find that my lymph nodes had been compromised, that the cancer cells had been moved, they had moved to the lymph node in the axillary area. I did have, and you're going to have to forgive me because my memory is bad and I don't remember all of it, but I want to say there were 14 chemo treatments. I did the Red Devil. I don't remember the actual name of it, but it was horrible. And I think there were 4 of those. And then I had Taxol. Um, my chemo, my experience with chemo actually wasn't horrible. Um, I had a few. Hold on, I'm sorry. My son is. I need to pick him up from basketball. Hang on, Cameron. Answer this for Justin real quick and tell him I'm on the way in just a second. Okay, I'm so sorry. I was thinking I had Central Time on my mind and I forgot that it was going to be on Eastern. So, um, but I had a few evenings where it was really rough on me. Um, Probably maybe 5 or so when I literally could not sleep. My I had my pain level was probably on those evenings maybe a 8, and I try my best not to complain. But those nights it was like, okay, yeah, I got to do something about this. But that wasn't the hardest. After I finished my chemo treatments at the end of September of 2017, literally September 29th, 5 days later, I had stroke. And I know that the whole time my oncologist told me, "Hey, you're gonna that the chances are high for you to have a stroke because the chemo thickens our blood." And okay, I'm thinking, okay, everything's fine. I'm at the end of my chemo treatments. Everything's gonna be good. Well, of course, I had that stroke, and the first, well, actually, there were two. That first one was it affected me more physical and my legs. I couldn't walk basically. I had to be in uh forgive me. I can't even remember the word that I'm trying to say. Had to be in a
Therapy?
rehab hospital
Yeah.
for 30 days. Yes, thank you. I had to be in rehab for 30 days and I literally had to, be in and out of a wheelchair every day. I was sick to my stomach every day because the clot was at the base of my brain. Finally got to go home. I went for my mastectomy, got my implants replaced, and I suffered I'm sorry, they placed the expanders in, and I suffered a second stroke. And that second stroke happened while I was in recovery, so no one knew. Um, and because I was out and, I don't know how many hours that I was under, it affected my speech and my memory and everything. I literally didn't remember my middle and last name when I first came back to the room. And Lorna was there. Um, I knew everybody's faces, but I had no clue why I was there, what happened, my age. I didn't know my social. I didn't remember my address, and it was horrible. Um, but to me, and not that I'm not to downplay um, the cancer journey, but I think that had to have been the scariest and most trying time of my life because I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to take care of myself or work again. I had to learn how to speak with. Well, I could make sentences, but not complete sentences. I had to use flashcards, like a second grader, literally. But my children, thank God, were so helpful, and the rest of my family. My mom, I stayed with my mom for quite a while, and then after we moved in with her, but it's been a journey. It has been an uphill journey. But when I tell you, I wouldn't trade it right now because I learned things, and I not just about life, but myself. Um, my my temperament is totally different. I know that I need to be more patient with situations and people now because before I was definitely very, it's like I don't have time for this. I'm moving on to the next, and it's like now I know tolerable as far as people's feelings, people's situations. You never know what the next person is going through. But anyway, I probably kind of went off on a tangent, but that's my story. That I did. I don't remember the actual treatment. Lorna, you probably remember more than I do. I remember Tylenol and Miracle, and I know that I'm still taking Remidex for like a daily. I take that daily. Um, and of course, because of the strokes, I take an aspirin daily. But that's about it. I totally changed my health, my outlook on health. I do not eat red meat. I mean, of course, my kids have kind of jumped on board with that, but I do believe that drinking alkaline water and eating more vegetables and fruits, I guarantee you, I know for a fact that that saved my life. I do.
I love it. I mean, because it's important when you get the knock at the door, you want to answer and you want to have something definitive that you can put forth to make a change for yourself. And when
Mm-hmm.
you get that second chance, we got to do it. So we got to pay more close attention to our health. Now, I had a few more questions, but I heard you say you got to make arrangements to get your son. So I could continue with Miss Sue, and we can talk from the business perspective. I really just wanted everybody to meet you and hear your story, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
definitely don't want my nephew hanging out at waiting
Oh,
for his ride all night.
I have a few minutes. He's on it. He's at a church, so he's
Okay,
prepared for
okay.
it. Just, yeah, I
So
probably will
Sue,
have to run in about 10, 15 minutes, but I'm okay right
okay.
now.
So Sue, if you don't mind, I'm just going to go ahead and proceed with the questions for Monica, and what I'll do is you and I will finish up. Okay, if that's
That's fine.
okay. Okay. So we talked about how it changed your life. We talked about the treatment. We actually talked about the difference in who you are now versus then. But I want
Mm-hmm.
to talk about having suffered. Okay, you went through chemo.
Hmm.
You got your diagnosis. You had a double mastectomy, whereas I had a lumpectomy.
Yeah.
I was HER2 positive, whereas you were HER2 negative. So you ended up with the red devil and Taxotere, and I ended up with Taxol and a couple of other drugs, as well as Herceptin, because of the
Hmm.
HER2 positive situation. And
Right.
after having the stroke, and with our topic being what is your excuse, you had to learn how to walk again the first time. The second time, you basically had to learn how to talk again. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
Yes. I'm
You
still
still,
working on that, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. But even being a single mother, you still, you know, got up after you got out of rehab and you went back to work. And not only did you go to work, but then you got a promotion on a second job. Okay, let's
Well,
talk about
yeah.
what God can do, y'all.
Oh, and
Got
that's
a
even it's
promotion
even
to
yeah.
another job
Yes.
that has sustained her. Okay,
Yes.
um,
And
working with great crews who understand everything that
whew,
happened and whatever deficits. And I don't even really want to call it a deficit. I just call it a shift that God made because
yes, a
that's
good
what He does.
shift. And
And
yes,
and you still get up and work. And listen, I watched her, y'all. I'm just be honest about it. I live in North Carolina. She lives still in Texas. I watched her go back to work, and I watched her because she had to get up to speed, and because she was working after the stroke with, you know, like some extra baggage, she went to work every Saturday when she's off on Saturdays. And she and her daughter made sure that all of her stuff was right from the week. Okay. And I watch myself sometimes. I don't even want to send out an invoice when it's time, y'all. And I want everything automated. Now, I do take care of my business, but I have to motivate myself. So this is twofold. This is motivation for you guys to know, to get yourself checked. Stay on top of your health. Make sure that
absolutely.
you have exercise in your diet. Make sure that if you have other health challenges like diabetes, that you know that you're more susceptible, to cancer and those sorts of things. Make sure that you get your mammograms yearly. Make
Yeah,
sure that you're doing self checks in the shower whenever you bathe, but at least once a month, you're
yeah,
doing a self check. Make sure that all of these things are happening, and then don't make any more excuses.
mhm,
Because if Ruth Bader Ginsburg fought cancer 3 times, I fought it. My sisters fought it, and 2 strokes. Sue has fought it. And we built businesses to the point that they are, is to encourage you guys. This conversation is to let you guys know what God is capable of and what you're capable of. 1000%.
absolutely. Yes,
So I got to tell you
yes,
what my sister did and what I watched her do.
yes,
And I want you guys to just approach your health with that kind of energy. I want you to have that energy to say, well, golly, because somebody here needs to hear this story. And I don't know whether it's because you got to go get checked, you got to stay on top of it, or whether you're feeling down about something. And then when you hear these stories, you'll be uplifted to say, well, gosh,
right.
they look at that. This is what happened. And it's post cancer, it's post chemotherapy treatments, it's post all of that stuff. Then I can
Yes,
do whatever, and whatever mountain or whatever trial or tribulation I'm facing, is possible for me to overcome it. So, Monica, I
absolutely.
want you to leave us with whatever your takeaways are and any advice that you might give our group members.
Um, I would definitely say it's never too late. Just like you're saying, I mean, you're, I guess the the I'm sorry. Give me a second.
Okay.
It's when I went back to work, I had actually given up on myself. And I hate to say that, but it was the truth. I had a job, but I wasn't really sure if I was even going to be able to stay in that job. 2 months later, I was being sought out for another job, and I wasn't even looking for a job. I was
Won't he
worried
do?
about I was worried about the fact that I wouldn't be able to perform. I didn't even know if I'd be able to speak because the job entails, speaking for people with people. Um, I didn't know, but that weekend it was the old people call it watch meeting, but we had gone to Dallas to my brother's house, and I went to his church, and the pastor basically the message was, if you don't put one step forward, you're going to be standing in the same spot that you are right now, and you'll be standing there for another year. So I was like, okay. They had offered me the job, and I was thinking, I don't know if I can do this. This job um, was on dealing with payroll. Um, I was not a huge. I mean, I took accounting in college, but I wasn't a huge numbers person. But this person called and told me, I think that you'd be perfect for this job. So I'm thinking, okay, why does she feel that way? Why do I, what is she thinking? And anyway, after that service, and I came back home, I told her, that I was going to accept the job. Um, when I got to get more information on the job, she was telling me about the company and how many branches that we had. And um, long story short, the job that I have now, I was working. The job that I had before, I was working for a water district. There were probably 10 of us under that umbrella. The company that I'm working for now, um, I think we processed 500 or so payroll checks this past week. We um, we do it all in our office. This is not, I do a branch for, the payroll for one branch in Texarkana. We've got 53 branches, and I handle payroll for 500 or 480 some odd, if not plus, employees. I I do a lot of double checking myself, but the fact that I'm even able to be in front of you guys right now is such a blessing, because I honestly didn't think that I was going to be able to. I really didn't. And I did. I doubted myself. Um, but that's only because God was with me through all of it.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
There was no way in the world that I would have been able to take care of my kids. Um, he has increased not only my monetary things, that taking care of my financial things with this job, but he has increased my faith in ways that I didn't even know were possible. Um,
You better
and
preach.
I'm just thankful. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for my kids, for everything, every person that I encounter, because I'm telling you, I tell it every opportunity that I can. I might have to stutter when I'm telling you, but I tell it. um, but I'm just blessed. I'm blessed as far as my kids are concerned, because I didn't know if I'd be able to take care of them, let alone take care of myself. And like you said, it's never
And
too
she
late.
is taking care of her household. She is a single mother, guys. I don't mind telling you. She works hard. She's a doggone good mom. She is, her kids are in
Oh
sports,
yeah, I
doing
did.
the whole nine. She goes to work. She has a supportive family, her little unit. There's some troopers. Her daughter who is my goddaughter and the prettiest niece I have probably. But she
Stayed on top of it.
support, yeah, they have been, they have been there, and that matters. That makes her journey different from mine because she was the only one that was there to do that for her family. I was blessed. I had a husband and I had grown children, and they literally propped me up. I was the stick in the middle, and I was like a teepee. They were all around me. And we
Absolutely.
thought this was the worst that my family would have to face. And then my sister was diagnosed.
Hmm.
And while I thought that I had a journey ahead of me, and I hate to say it like this, but you got to understand where I'm coming from. I really had to give him praise and thank him when I saw how much more she went through. Not that I wished her to go through that. If I could have shared that load, I would have. But
Right.
then I looked back at mine and I said, that was petty. That was small. That paled in comparison. That tested my faith again to
But it
another.
was but it was all in preparation
It was
for
in
what all
preparation.
of us were going to go through. All of
Exactly.
it.
So
Every
as
single
I
bit of
faced
it.
myself and went through it, and I tell you, a lot of times, everything that you go through is not all the time. I'm adding Sharonda. It's not all the
Mhm.
time about you. Sometimes it's
Yes,
about who you gotta help or the
that's the
story
truth.
you gotta tell to
That
keep
is so
somebody else
true.
from having to go through that. And the Lord just knows what you can handle, and He will use you in that capacity. So
Absolutely.
I want to
Absolutely.
definitely
Because I
let
know that it strengthened not just my faith in God, but my children's faith. Because
you
even though I prayed every day, I had, not even before my chemo treatments and everything that was going on, I had my own praise and worship in the morning, in my bathroom while I was getting my makeup on. But they saw me go through so much. They saw me pray a whole different way. They saw me. It was just different. It was totally different. And I know for a fact, not just my older boys, but my two younger children too, that it strengthened their faith too, because they watched me, go through what I went through. And I don't know if, it could be that I went through what I had to, that I what I went through to help my children in their faith. I don't know. But either way, um, the way that we are right now, and the bond that we have right now, not that we didn't before, but how strong it is, and our faith, our little unit, I would go through it again if I were, going to come out with
right.
what
What
I
you
have
have now.
now. Absolutely.
And let me tell you, for those of you all who know me, you know how I'm always talking about, you know, faith and how I move in a certain way because it's been God ordained and He has put me here to do certain things and I don't waver from that. You knew only my piece of the story because it wasn't for me to share my sister's story. It was for her to share. But now you can see even further why when I say I'm obedient, I'm obedient. And I don't try to push what I believe on anybody. You're free to believe what you want to believe or not to believe what you don't want to believe, but it's my obligation to share with you how it has helped me and strengthened me and how he has covered me and how he's real to me just because, okay, um I I have an obligation to tell you. I don't I can't say, okay, you gotta feel like but when you go through something like this, guys, you can't do this by yourself.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't care what. I don't know a person who didn't feel like I got to have somebody because there's too many unknowns. You
Yep.
don't know what you're gonna face. Sometimes you don't know how you're gonna get over a hurdle. Sometimes you don't know, like going through two chemo for the first time is them literally poisoning you, and your cells die. You go to the brink of death, y'all, and
Yep.
then they regenerate, and he brings you back.
Yes.
And brings
Even
you-
better. Even better.
How? Is that possible? I had to ask myself. That is what chemo does. That is why, you go 1 or 2 days and you feel okay after chemo, but they are poisoning you. They are killing your cells and
They
allowing
actually
you to
kill it. Yes.
regenerate to kill cancer cells. And I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm not saying this to spook you. I'm not saying this for you to say, now I gotta go and I have to believe. You know, I want you to believe he'll get you when it's time. But I want you to hear what this is like so that you take care of yourselves, ladies.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, too, because y'all can get breast cancer too. If you didn't know, let me tell you, Richard Roundtree suffered from it. Y'all can get breast cancer too. It's important that you stay on top of it. That is my purpose for this conversation. And so, Monica, I truly appreciate you being here and sharing and being so transparent so that my tribe can see, like, the person I am has so many moving pieces and there's so many reasons why, you being one of them. And I
Hmm.
wanted to be able to share that with them and for them to be able to see you, see your face and hear from you what it is that you went through so they will understand that, walks, those are cute, the breast cancer walks, but there are women that are out there, y'all, that are fighting this battle, that are terrified because they have children and they don't know how they're going to
Yes.
get food. They're the only source of income. They
Yep.
don't have anybody to drive their kids to school. Well, right now we're not in school, but when they are, how is that going to happen? And I want you guys to, if possible, for me, for a blessing, for my sister, for Sue, reach out to somebody or reach out to your local centers or your hospitals to see how you can be a part of programs to help somebody, because I love to see all the ladies in pink walking, but I want to affect my immediate community. So if there's any members of this community, event professionals marketplace, I want to be able for us to be able to send them something or find somebody that can go in and help them clean their house or do something. Like, it is important when people are fighting for their very lives that they know they have a support system. And unfortunately, sometimes that doesn't come from Susan B. Coleman right away. I'm not saying that they don't do things. I'm not saying that. But if I know that Sharon right here needs some food on her table tonight, I'm not going through Susan G. Coleman for
Why
that.
wait? Exactly. Yes.
I'm not going to do it. So that's why it's important. And I wanted you guys to be able to
Lorna, I think your screen frozen.
story. And I see everybody's camera. Okay, we're back. Thank you. There was
Yeah.
a momentary glitch or something, but I wanted to be able to tell her truth. And Sue and I are going to finish it as it pertains to our businesses or whatever. So I'm going to say bye to Monica so she can go and pick Justin up from practice. I truly
Thank
appreciate you for
you.
coming here.
It was nice
You're
to
just a
meet
lot.
you, ladies.
Bless you.
All
Bless
right.
Okay.
Bless y'all. Y'all have a good one.
you too.
Love y'all. Bye bye.
Okay. So y'all, Miss Sharonda Harris has joined us, and Sharonda is not
And
a
I don't know how to.
breast cancer survivor, but like I said, I had a few notes in my inbox from people who had things that they wanted to share with me and they couldn't get on the broadcast on Friday. So I'm going to give her a chance to do that. And then Sue and I are going to wrap this conversation up. Come on, Miss Sharon.
Hey there, Miss Lerner. Hi, Miss Suche. First off, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your bravery. We are all given an assignment by God. Some of us are given one, some of us are given many. I thank you for the assignment that you've been given because I'm one that I'm very apprehensive about going to the doctor. Miss Lorna, in all the times we've had discussions, you never knew. You never knew that that I was apprehensive about going to even have something as easy as a mammogram. I felt that it was painful, it was uncomfortable, but then I had to realize that cancer is even more painful. So today, because of you three ladies, I will be scheduling my mammogram on Monday. So for that, I say thank you.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank
ma'am.
you. There's a book called Purpose Driven Life. And the first thing you see when you open that book is it's not about you. So your purpose is for others. So what you're doing is helping others. You've helped me. And again, I'm forever grateful for your stories. I'm forever grateful for your walk. I'm forever grateful for your bravery, as I said in the outset, Miss Lorna. For all that you do for me and other event professionals, it is not unnoticed. The reward and the recognition that we give you here, that's nothing compared to what you're going to get when you see your creator face to face. So, again, you're brave, you're courageous, you're like a, I don't want to call you a superhero because those are fictitious. But for lack of a better word, you're my superhero. And for that, again, I'm forever grateful, Miss Lorna. I love you. And I know I speak on behalf of all of the EPM family. We love you and appreciate all that you do. And I felt it would be remiss if I didn't come on here, even if I'm not camera ready. You know, it wasn't about that. I needed to just come up here and say, happy birthday, because I couldn't get on that day. But happy birthday, and may God bless you with many, many more. I love you.
I love you more. I love all of you guys, and I thank you for that. And when I tell you, I was truly blessed on Friday. I'm blessed today. And like I put in my post, when you wake up and literally realize that he gives you another chance, it is not to be wasted. So I'm obedient and I'm here today. This is completely impromptu on a Sunday. But guess what? It was supposed to happen. And maybe you were the reason it was supposed to happen. So Lord, I say hallelujah. And please, honey, if I have to fly out and hold your hand, I will do that. That is how serious I am about this thing. So
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that. Because that right there, that matters. That
No
means,
worries.
yeah.
I'll let you know the results.
Yes, ma'am, you do. And listen, we're claiming all good things. You're gonna be fine.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
For that, you gotta live for your family. You gotta live
Amen.
for your family.
Amen.
Take care,
Amen.
girl.
I love you. Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Shay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sue, it's me and you. So let's talk some business, Sue. Okay? Let's do it. Because that's what our people really want to hear, right? Sue, you all frozen up again, girl. Let me see. Say something.
Let me say something. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's a delay, but I can hear you.
Oh my God, I was frozen for a minute.
So I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna just really let them know what my journey has been, right quick with cancer, and then we're gonna talk about your journey. So, like I said, I was a stage 2 diagnosis. Okay, guys, that means that, well, they diagnosed me at a stage 2 because of the size of my tumor, which is almost 2 inches in diameter. I went through 6 rounds of chemotherapy. I then went through about a month with some change of radiation, and then I went through 5 years of a drug called tamoxifen. Yes, it's another chemical, but you take it orally. You guys always see me in this signature bun. This signature bun is not because I love this hairstyle. It is because the drug Taxol took my hair after, when it grew back, it didn't grow back in the top. So it's very thin and very sparse. And this is probably the only style that I can wear. So I'm very transparent about that. But my mom and my daddy told me, you lean into whatever it is. You don't let it stop you. So when I got ready to get out there and I had to take pictures and I had to do events, I had to figure something out. And so I leaned into it, and now everybody expects this bond from me. And I'll tell you the truth, when I get ready for it to be bigger, I add a little bit on into it and make me a bigger bond. And that's what I do. So these are the things that I went through. I'm left with chemo brain. And there are times that I can't remember. I wake up and I have good days that I can tell you everything I want to say and be very articulate. But a lot of you guys don't know. And this is for my people who tell me, I'm afraid to go live. I don't want to go live. You don't know what it is to know you got to go live because you have an obligation or commitment that you have to fulfill and not know if you're going to be able to articulate what it is you're thinking or remember your next word. You have no idea what that is like. There's no excuse. What is your excuse? What are you really afraid of? And whatever it is, reach out to me. We can practice going live together because that is a part of our business now, guys. It's a part of growing your business and it's always going to be there. So I was left with chemo brain, but after seeing my sister, how can I complain about that? How can I complain when she had 2 strokes? How can I complain about that fact? I can't. I can't. I did not endure 2 strokes. And when I look back at it, my treatment was easy. I would get my treatment on a Monday. By Wednesday, it was almost like I was flatlined. I was out of it. I stayed down and in the bed until Friday, and then I would rise up on Friday and begin to feel good again. I would have every 3 weeks this chemo. By the time I reached the end of that 3rd week, it was time to go back in and get chemo again. It was time. And I did this six times. And my last treatment was on September 19th, the day after my birthday in 2012. I already knew the journey was going to be over because God had already told me that and he had worked with me and dealt with me. But guess what? What can I say? I still had to go through it. And it showed me what it was like. And it made me look around and say, I'm thankful for my husband. I'm thankful for my children that shut their lives down. And my girlfriend that you guys met on Friday, I had that kind of support system. I didn't have small kids. I had kids that were grown enough to take care of me. And they did just that. But I have to believe that they poured into me because I planted seeds into them before I was diagnosed with cancer. So I'm just saying, don't let it be you. Go and take care of your health. And now I'm going to hear from Sue, and we're going to hear a little bit about Sue's journey, and then we're going to discuss as it pertains to our business. So, Jay.
Can you hear me? Now I can't hear you.
You can't hear me because I'm
I
muting.
can't hear you.
You won't hear any background noise. Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
So tell me a little bit about your diagnosis and how it affected you.
yes, ma'am. First of all, I want to say happy birthday, my darling. It is an honor to know you, to be with you. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to be in the presence of your group today. I absolutely adore you, even though I have known you maybe for a year, a little more than a year. And I have learned so much from you. You have no idea. You have no idea. Like the lady said, you don't know how many lives you have touched here, and mine is one. I just wanted to let you know that. So I was diagnosed. I was 39 years old. I have moved to Florida, and I was taking a shower, and I was just taking a shower and singing and going about my day. And then when I went like this, I said, what is this? And I kid you not, I did not think much of it because when I was 12, they found a little mass on one of my breasts, and it was nothing. And so when I found this time around, when I found it again, I said the same thing. I'm like, oh, that's just, I'm overweight. That's just a little mass, whatever. And did not thought much of it. And I waited 3 months to go to the doctor to tell my doctor that I have found a lump. She almost wanted to kill me. And from there, it was just boo, 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 everything. I was understanding. Yeah. Huh?
I said you waited 3 months.
I wasn't understanding what happened. I waited 3 months, and here's the situation. And I was diagnosed with breast cancer stage 1, but I my cancer was the most. Um, it was hard. Thankful like you that I have my husband. My youngest child was 3 years old, and my oldest was 5, and it was just him.
All right, so
And for, for surgeries, um, 1 month of chemo and 2 months of radiation, and that's in therapy because my right side completely died.
I didn't even know that.
Nobody knows except for us. And so my kids were my thing to push myself. Like I remember the day that I was diagnosed, I went home to cry for 3 days straight. And this little girl came into my room and said, "Mommy, I don't know what you have, but you're gonna be okay, and I need you to be strong for me." A 3 year old little girl. And, and that day, I got up and went and took a shower and called my doctor. And I said, let's do what we need to do because I need to be here to raise my children.
Amen. And you here, and you here, and not only are you here raising your
Yeah,
children,
yeah.
but you're here creating groups, and you're here putting on summits, and you're here launching businesses, and you're here praising God. So my thing is, what is your excuse? You're out there listening because her right side died. I told you she had to go to therapy. And while you lay in the bed, tell them how many Pinterest followers you built up.
For a whole year, I wasn't there.
And how many Pinterest followers? Because that's what you perfected while you were there. How many Pinterest followers?
I have. Let me go to my phone because I don't remember, but I think 110K followers right now. I have 140K monthly followers.
140,000 Pinterest followers. So, needless to say, I'm going to put this out here now because this is a push. Sue will be launching a Pinterest course, okay?
She
And
is.
I'll be talking to you guys about.
We've been on her. Yes, on her. She playing with us. She
Yeah,
playing with
but
us.
she won't be. She
Oh
won't be.
God.
She's going to launch a Pinterest course, and we are definitely going to be pushing that Pinterest course. If you guys want to learn how to use Pinterest to promote your business, you're a genius at it. I'll lay that right there on the line. So anyway, with that being said, I want to ask you this question, Suche. Um, I know that how the battle has made a difference in the person that you are now, because I think we've kind of discussed it. But you can touch on that. But tell me, how has it changed your approach to business?
So I lay in bed for a whole year, going through all these surgeries and radiation and all of this. So I was in bed for a whole year, and I did nothing but learn. Every seminar of business that was on, I was on it. Every course that I could took, I have taken so many courses, not even funny. Um, I have read books, audiobooks, whatever you, Miss Lorna, was teaching, I was there. Whatever Miss Mary was teaching, I was there. Whatever Caitlin was teaching, I was there. Like I did so much because I woke up and I had a conversation with God because I woke up, I was very confused and I didn't know what am I supposed to do? What is my purpose? What do I do now? You let me here for a reason. What is it? And I don't know where to go with this. And so having conversations daily with him and something just told me just start learning and stuff like that. This is the industry that you love, the industry that you grew on. My name might be new in the industry, but I'm not new to the industry. I grew up in the industry with my mom that used to do events and bridal dresses and stuff like that. And so that's what that was one of my passions. And that's what I did. My background is in hospitality, and I used to do events for hotels and resorts. So I've been doing it for a while, but then it's like, okay, I want to do something for me. I want to have my own business. And so that's when God told me, this is your chance. And once I started, like I said, reading and going through, 3 months ago, is when I got my LLC.
Yeah. So you
It's when I
got
got
your
my LLC. And right now I am telling you, yes, ma'am. And right now I can tell you I'm not scared of nothing. I was scared a little bit when I was putting the summit together. My stomach was, I'm like, oh my God. But I said, I'm going to do it scared. A lot of people, I didn't believe in me after after I went through so much. I was so confused. I didn't know. I'm sitting here thinking like, what am I supposed to do? What is this? Like, I didn't believe that I could do. And so now I'm just proving myself wrong.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to prove yourself wrong, and you did just what my motto is. You got to do it scared. There's no excuse, guys. It's really not. And I'm not beating up on anybody that anybody's making excuses. Like I said, we are here to encourage you guys. You know, some of the things that we have done, and yet we still hustling and still out here trying to do the best we can to bring y'all the best that we have. And so I want Sue to come on today so I can give her praise and say, hey, guess what? Look what this young lady has done. This young lady has small children, y'all. She went through breast cancer. She caught it early. It could have been earlier had she not waited 3 months to report it. So if you feel something, I don't care if you're not sure what it is, tell your doctor, get yourself checked. Don't wait 3 months. Don't wait 3 days. Do not pass go. Go straight to the doctor and get yourself checked. Because your health is your wealth. And if you don't have it, if you're not able to move and be healthy, there is nothing you can do. What can you do for your family? And if you want to leave legacies, and if you want to, immerse yourself in business and grow your business to a top level, how can you do that if you don't have any health and strength? So stay on top of it. Sue has started a group, Opulent Soiree. Sue's group is doing well. And I'm just proud that she's a go-getter and that she hasn't given up. A goal getter. I'll put it that way. That's the new thing. Okay. We got to go, and every goal we reach and every goal we tackle and we accomplish, set a new one for yourself a little further out. Be a goal getter. Go get it. And there's nothing that should frighten you after hearing these stories today of these courageous ladies. And I'm saying that to you too, because y'all went through far more than I did. But after hearing these stories today, nothing should frighten you. You should be on top of your business every moment that you get. You should not be too tired to push yourself just that extra little inch at night. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody has to get a certain amount of rest, and I know we can't work 24/7, but I'm saying to you that if somebody can build up 140,000 Pinterest followers from a sick bed, I'm giving you 3 blinks because I don't even know what to say. I'm giving them to me.
That's blank.
That's right. I'm giving them to me
Blank.
too. Because what can I say? I can't say anything, even being a cancer survivor. But I'm saying to you that you got to do it scared. You got to push yourself. You got to take care of yourselves. That's number one. But you've got to push yourselves too. And you got to start making a plan. And this is what I want to segue into. And then I'm going to give Ketline a moment to speak. But I want to segue into when the party's over, then what? I'll be talking to you guys this Friday about that. Then what? Meaning that this is what we do, it's what we love, What are we going to do after this? Going What are your thoughts? What is your sleep money? What is your passive income? Are you writing? Are you taking advantage of the knowledge that God is imparting into you? Are you creating digital courses? Are you doing anything else that can be a second stream of income? Because if you have it, when things like coronavirus happen, you want to be running, scrambling around, wondering, what am I going to do now? Do I have any money coming in? And I'm talking to me too, because I didn't have anything. I'm not going to tell a lie. I don't try to tell you these things and pretend that I'm perfect. I tell you these things because they affected me too. And if they affected me, I'm here to meet you halfway and to let you know, hey, we can't let this happen to us again. So we're in here to build together and figure it out. So I'm definitely launching the platform, Event Professionals Marketplace Academy, which can house digital courses. I'm saying that not to say you can house your course where you want, but I'm saying that to say create something. You're all smart enough to do it. You know something, so create something, make something, give something, and y'all got to excuse, I have noise in the background. It's my granddaughter and my husband. They act like every time I'm on live that they don't know I'm on live. So I'm just going to go ahead and make the disclaimer now because you're going to hear it. But yeah, do something with the knowledge that you have. Your knowledge and your time are the most valuable things that you have. They simply are. So I just want to tell you that you are a trooper. I can't begin to imagine being in bed for a year. I can't begin to imagine because I thought my little 3 days between each chemo cycle was a lot. And radiation, I was able to move. I had my family to force me to walk and do different things, so I kind of kept it up. But before was diagnosed, I had Zumba, and I'm sorry, y'all. Can y'all please keep it down? Because I can't. So I did Zumba like 3 days a week, and I was able to complete a Zumba course. Even in the midst of my chemotherapy, I got maybe almost 3/4 through the course. So I tried to keep my energy up and everything, and I just think that I was in a better place then than I am now. So I got to work on it. But to hear Sue's story is encouraging, and I want to encourage you guys. Well, I want to let Sue give you whatever her words of encouragement are for your businesses and for your lives and everything. And then I'm going to let Catlin and have her say. And then I'm just going to tell y'all about Motivational Monday because, honey, we have praised enough tonight. Just going to tell y'all
There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Even though I was supposed to be in bed for a whole year, I mean, I was in bed and not getting up. I got up 24 hours after surgery. Doctor wanted to kill me. My husband was like, "Can you please take yourself back to bed?" And I said, "I want to do something with my life um, while I recuperate and everything." And like I said, I took every course there was to take. I read every book. I read it. I was in every business seminar that was to take. When I tell you, I have 4 notebooks full of stuff of information. Um, Nothing but God. I'm going to start there. Nothing but God. I have always had a relationship with Him, but not as I have now. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Um, it has strengthened my relationship with Him, and to the point that even my children know how to sit on this table and pray before dinner. My 6-year-old does that, and stuff like that, because I have taught them that without mommy would not be here. And that's the truth. And so do not if cancer did not stop Miss Lorna, cancer did not stop Miss Lorna's sister, and if cancer did not stop me, you can let nothing else stop you, honey. You have to go for your dreams. Shoot for the stars. Shoot for the stars. Believe in you. Surround yourself with a sisterhood of good women that are not afraid to help you, that are not afraid to tell you when you're doing wrong, and that a sisterhood that will push you to be better and do better. Miss Lorna has an incredible platform here. And if you guys do not take advantage of what Miss Lorna puts in front of you, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all. This is absolutely incredible. Just push for the stars.
That's it. And you have
There's
done
no
just that. And I wanna commend you for doing everything you did scared. And I wish you so much
nothing.
success and growth. Another example, you guys, over creative collaborations. Sue's invited me to her platform. I've invited her to my platform. And guess what? We all can we it's just that really that simple. Catelyn has spoken on my platform. I've spoken on her platform. It's just what it is. And I'm just grateful that I'm able to see now and hear now what I wasn't before. Now I'm able to hear the still voice inside of me that wakes me up and says, "Hey, I need you to do this, or you go speak because today somebody needs to hear this, or this is going to make this difference." And with that being said, I'm going to share my screen for a second, you guys. I have a cousin on here, and I hope that she does not mind me doing this. But I have a little cousin that's dealing with cancer right now. He's dealing with cancer right now, and I just want you guys to pray for him, and I want you to yeah, to be able to see this young man. And this is him, and his he's a brave little soul. This is my cousin Jaleesa's son, and this little cute chubby cheek little angel right here could use some prayers as he battles. And so I want y'all to just pray for him. Um, Keep him lifted up, please, because we definitely, definitely need that in this family. So, in the midst of everything I'm telling you, he's going through, and I want you to keep on praying for him. And that would be such a blessing to my family. And I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, so now I want to allow Catelyn a moment to share. I told y'all that I had, I'm adding another two. Cat, you in here twice.
I know my other phone was acting up, so I had to switch.
Okay.
I don't know.
So I wanted to
Yeah.
give you the opportunity to say what it was that you wanted to say on this good day, as we are just really sharing a lot of things here today. I wanted you to be able to do that because I wasn't able to um, get everybody in on Friday, and I wasn't seeing half of the messages because I was so engrossed in let's sing "I'm Every Woman" and stuff.
Happy birthday. Me and Kenny was on, dancing and wishing you happy birthday.
Yeah.
Um, we wish you many more birthdays to come and many more happy years. I know I've never had cancer, but Kenny's dad is a two-time cancer survivor. Um, and that is how we actually met and actually grew close to becoming an item. Because he was going through the whole process of chemo and such. And I, in a sense, because us as Virgos, we're empath. Everything another person feels, we feel. So
Yeah.
at that time, we were just friends, and his girlfriend at the time just kind of up and left him. So because he had lymphoma, so he had to get a whole chunk of his leg, cut out. And it was so funny how he told me. I mean, throughout the whole time when we were friends, he used to tell me, "Oh, I have an appointment." And when we would, we'll go out to dinner, he'd be like, all tired. I'm like, why is he always so tired? And he would not want to tell me until, because my daughter has sickle cell, and we had a gala, because every year they have the annual gala, and at the gala I brought him some wine, and this man drinks wine. So I brought him a wine. He's like, "I'm not drinking and I'm not eating." I'm like, "Why are you not drinking and eating?" And he shows me papers. that the following Monday he was gonna go in for surgery for this cancer. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, what is this? What does that mean? And that's when he was telling me that this is his second time battling cancer. And I just felt, I was like, whoa, why now? Why you didn't tell me? All these things are going through your mind. So I made him a promise. I was like, well, whether you have a girlfriend or not, you're my friend. I'm gonna be at that bedside when you wake up. And he thought I was kidding. And then when he woke up, first face he saw was me. And then I just watched how cancer has taken over your people's lives. I'm just like, this shit is not easy. You understand what I mean? And he's trying to be strong because he was in the Navy and he's trying to be playing that macho man. So something in me was just like, just be there for him. You understand? So I would take him to the appointments, bring him food and stuff like that. And that's how we ended up now, with this beautiful little boy. But I'm just telling you guys who have experienced cancer personally, you guys are strong. I mean, every night, I would not show it, but I would cry every night because I'm like, how can somebody go through something like that? But my daughter's going to sickle cell. Is kind of similar, but it's like I felt everything that he felt, and I feel everything that you guys feel, and that's why I'm so honored that even though I've never met you face to face, Miss Lorna, I've never met Sue face to face, but that connection, I think, what's this? I think that's the connection. I think that's one of the things that connected us is the fact that I know that you guys have been through this, and I've had somebody that's important to me that has gone through this, to know that I'm around a bunch of strong women, right? Because this is not like your regular day in the park, or like walking in the park. Oh, it's easy. You guys are running your business and like killing it in your business, still battling this thing that is a silent killer. So I give you guys kudos. Sometimes I might come off as dismissive, but I look up to you guys, and I appreciate you guys for sharing with us, for being open, for being honest, for being transparent with everything that you guys have gone through. You guys have given me the hope that, you know what, these ladies have gone through hell and back. If they can do it, you can do it too. Get inspiration from them, and I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. And you guys are like my mothers and my sisters in a sense. So yeah, that's all I had to say.
Well, thank you. I definitely appreciate you popping in to say that. And from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate the encouragement because trust me, even when you're the one that shares and you're transparent and you don't mind, there are weary days still. I can't lie about that, but I still trust and believe with all my soul, y'all. I do. Sometimes it's just going to be like that, but you get up and you dust yourself off and you get back to the drawing board and you keep it pushing and you do whatever it is you're assigned to do because every piece makes a difference. So each of you out there, you have a piece. It makes a difference. When you hear that voice inside you that tells you to do this or do that, it's a reason for it. Just do it. Just do it.
Yes.
Just do it because it is what keeps us all so connected. That is what you described. None of us have met each other. I know my sister. That's the only person on this call that I have met in person.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because you're right. We're empaths as Virgos. And I'm always in the gap for somebody if I can. And you tend to take on a lot of things, but you just feel people. You feel people, and it's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing.
Yes, it is.
Have a strong and keen discerning spirit, but it's a curse in that you find yourself weeping when it may not even be your day to weep, but that is the gift that God gave you to be able to relieve some stress from somebody else, and to help and to strategize and to just, that's the gift. And so I take it and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it. And I'm grateful for people that always, are thoughtful enough to say thank you. I appreciate you because some days it's hard and I'm weary and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to keep going, but I find the strength because somebody needed me to do something, or you guys reached out and you had a question and I have to focus on this or this or this. And I'm so happy to do it because when it's your purpose, it's not work.
Exactly.
It's not work. You just do it. It's not. It's
Yeah,
never
exactly.
like work. You love it. You love what it is you do. And I sincerely love what it is I do from the bottom of my heart. I wouldn't be anywhere else at any other time. I just wouldn't. I'm happy, so happy to be able to do what I do, and so happy that it
Amen.
helps somebody and it grows somebody. So I appreciate you ladies joining me. I'm going to now talk to the group about Motivational Monday. I thank y'all for joining me. And Sue,
Thank you.
in there, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Kat, for standing up and standing in the gap for
Thank
your friend and moving like God told you, because that's the direction He had you to go to find your Boaz. And so now
Yes.
that's where you are. I'm grateful. I
Yes,
see
ma'am.
Monica back on and she's listening. And I want to tell her how proud I am of her for getting up every day, for being a heck of a mom, for being a soldier, for being a fighter, for being a protector. And I'm just happy that God has blessed her with her strength again, her speech again. And I know there's many more great things to come in her life. I want you guys all to know that each and every night, whether I know you or whether I don't, when I hit my knees in prayer, I'm praying for all of you. I'm praying for your businesses to grow. I'm praying for your relationships to grow. I am praying for your mindset to grow. I am praying for your finance to grow. I'm praying for you to get to wherever it is you want to be. And however I can help you along the way, that's my goal. So, y'all
Amen.
take care. It's been a blessing. And I will speak to Sue and Catlin later. And I'm going to finish up, guys, with the Motivational Monday speaker. And we're going to be done for tonight because I have been obedient and done what I was supposed to do. So, y'all take care, ladies, okay?
Bye, Miss Lorna. Bye, Sue. Bye.
Bye-bye, Sue. All right, y'all. So it's just me. Let's talk about Motivational Monday. Let's talk about Motivational Monday. Okay. So I have just been in a space of needing some encouragement myself, but we did a lot of business stuff, and then we did a lot of stuff that would help your business. So we had CRMs, we had apps, we've had a lot of different things. But sometimes you just need to get down to the nitty gritty and you just need to be motivated. So for the next couple of weeks, it's going to be my goal to find people that will encourage you. And I remember one of the most encouraging speakers that we had in our group when we were right post COVID, and she downloaded some strategy about how we could shift in our industry so that we weren't so weary, was Suzanne Evans. And so I have asked Suzanne to come back and speak to you guys. Suzanne is launching a new program that has to do with speaking and shifting to to have more revenue streams. And I thought, well, that marries perfect with what it is that I want to share with the group, because I want you guys to have more than one revenue stream. It is so important. And I don't think you realize the gold mine that you're sitting on with. Listen, if you know 50 napkin folds, you could make a digital course out of that. And I'm giving my brain trust away because this is what I'm doing. But I'm just going to put it on out there for an example. If you make a digital download about napkin folds, do you know how many people want to know about napkin folds? I do, because they ask me all the time, hey, how did you do that one? How did you do this one? So what am I doing? I'm working on a digital download. Quick little tutorial, show you how to do the napkin folds, So she's going to come in, Suzanne is, and she's going to be talking to you guys about, well, first of all, I wanted to encourage you guys, and I know that she's going to do that because she's just an encouraging person altogether. And like I said, when I look to somebody for encouragement, I want somebody that has done the thing, and she has done the thing and built a business to the extent that I think all of us would love to do. But now the gift that she has for speaking and doing it with she's unabashed, she is fearless, and she can tie everything together so seamlessly. And I said to her, I would truly love to know how you do that. Like, I can't remember from point A to point B, and I know I do it with chemo brain, but it's what it is. And she said, oh, you know what? I'm gonna think about that, and we're gonna figure out how we can let people know. So now she's doing something called Take the Stage, but mostly, and I'll share this with you like I always do. I want you guys to come and be encouraged. Take away what you will from every speaker that comes and speaks to this group. Okay? Take away whatever piece. It doesn't matter if you're in a space in your business, especially during COVID, that you don't have anything. If there's a piece of knowledge that she can drop on you, take that piece and run with it. Okay? And that's what I want you to do. I want you to show up and hear the encouragement that she has for you. She is a business coach and she's a dynamic speaker. And if she's going to tell you guys, drop a gem or two about your business or drop a gem or two about speaking and taking the stage, if she'll help one of you overcome your fear of going live, praise God for that. You know, praise God for that. Take that seed and build on it. If she helps one of you with some strategy that she might download for your business, take that, because I know there were many people last time that got pieces of strategy. And decide what you want to do with it. That's all. So I just wanted to let you know that is who will be coming to us again tomorrow night. She will be giving you some some definite gems. And she will be giving you some tips about speaking. So I'm not going to hold you long. I just wanted to let you know. Join us for Motivational Monday tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. My son is cracking up at me right now, y'all, because I'm showing out. But join us for that and hear what Suzanne has to bring to the table. Because, honey, if anybody will get you up out of a funk and get you up off the floor, Suzanne Evans will do it. I'll be posting some information about Motivational Monday, and I hope you all can join me there tomorrow. It's been a blast having you. Y'all take care. Love you. Bye-bye.